Yo, what is going on, my dudes? Biscuits here, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys 10 cars that need an HSW upgrade in GTA Online. So this list is in no particular order, it's just 10 vehicles that I think could really use an HSW upgrade. Either due to them having very low performance, very low top speed, just etc, etc. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into this list, starting off with the first vehicle. We have the Vapid Dominator ASP. So the Vapid Dominator ASP is in the muscle car class for racing, and is very obviously based on a late 90s to early 2000s Ford Mustang Cobra R. Now, the Ford Mustang Cobra R was a very fast muscle car for its time. These cars came from the Ford factory already with a supercharger installed. The Dominator ASP only has a top speed of 119 miles per hour. This car, it just needs to be faster, and I think an HSW upgrade would really help this car performance-wise. Customization-wise, this car is already set. It has excellent customization. It's ready to go in that aspect. It just needs to be faster. It needs to have more power. It needs to have a better top speed. These cars in real life can be made to be very fast, so it would be nice that Rockstar could offer an HSW upgrade for this vehicle and reflect some of the real life performance into the game. And next on this list, we have the Nagasaki Shinobi. So I did want to include a motorcycle on this list. So currently we have one motorcycle that has HSW, and that's the Haikucho Drag. So this bike is very expensive. It's like $2.3 million or something like that. It's absolutely insane. And what's really kind of embarrassing about this bike and how expensive it is barely faster around a track than the Body 801. So the Body 801, which is the OG superbike in this game, can be purchased for $15,000 and then fully maxed out, and it will only be about 1/10 of a second slower than this bike around a track, which is kind of a joke considering this bike is $2.5 million. So honestly, I cannot think of a better motorcycle to receive an HSW upgrade than the Nagasaki Shinobi, strictly due to the fact that how expensive it is and how little performance you're getting. Rockstar should add in an HSW upgrade to this vehicle. It should be very low cost since you've already paid almost $2.5 million. We're talking maybe $250,000 for an HSW upgrade, and then this bike is extremely fast and able to compete with the Haikucho Drag. So this bike only has a top speed of 125 miles per hour, which is almost comical for a super bike this day and age in GTA Online. Next on this list for vehicles that desperately need an HSW upgrade, we have the Pfister Comet S2. So the Comet S2 is in the sports class category for racing, and it has a relatively low top speed of only 123 miles per hour. Now you would think a modern Porsche in GTA Online would have a better top speed, so that is why I feel this thing desperately needs an HSW upgrade. And the Pfister Comet S2 is actually based on a Porsche 911/992, which are very fast cars in the real world. So I will give it to Rockstar. The customization is there on this car. It has amazing customization, but really what we need is this car to have more power and be faster. So Porsches are supposed to be very fast in real life, especially when it comes to track racing. So I think 60th overall for track racing is just not acceptable for this vehicle. So we really need an HSW upgrade for this thing. Next up, we have the Dinka Jester Classic. So this vehicle is very obviously based on a Toyota Supra in real life. So the Jester Classic only has a top speed of 119 miles per hour. And it has a pretty bad lap time of only 70th in the sports class. Now the customization is there for this vehicle. It has excellent customization, but really it just needs to be faster. I mean, Toyota Supras in real life are pushing crazy high horsepower numbers. Next on this list, we have the Pren GP1. So the Pren GP1 is in the supercar class for racing, and this car is obviously based on a McLaren F1 in real life. One of my favorite supercars from the 90s. And for those of you who aren't aware, this was like the fastest production supercar back in the late 90s for its time. So seeing that it is like one of the fastest cars from the 90s, shouldn't it have that level of performance in the game? So the Pren GP1 only has a top speed of 123 miles per hour, which is extremely low for a supercar that's supposed to be the fastest production supercar of the late 90s. So for the super class, as far as lap times go, this vehicle is 49th overall. Now you are able to modify this vehicle and throw a few different spoilers and bumper options to kind of make it resemble a McLaren F1 LM or a McLaren F1 GTR variant. So that's really cool that Rockstar gave that option, but we just need more power and more top speed on this thing, like desperately. Next vehicle on this list is the Dubach Champion. So this is a supercar, and this vehicle is very expensive for what little performance you get. So this vehicle costs more than $2.8 million to purchase. It has a top speed of only 125 miles per hour. Now, as far as lap times go, it is the 56th fastest supercar around a track for lap time, so not very good for track racing. Also, the handling on this car is just not good. It'll spin out on you, and it's just not the best performer. So seeing how expensive this vehicle is and how slow it is on the track, I feel this would be a great vehicle to have an HSW upgrade for in order to increase the handling and just give it overall performance, because the level of performance it comes with is just not good at all when you consider the cost of the vehicle. Next up, we have the Carrera 4x4. So I did want to include one truck on this list because we do not have a truck in GTA Online with HSW yet. So we do have the Maibatsu Monstrosity, which is like two-door SUV, I guess. It is in the off-road class, but it is not a truck. So we need to have a dedicated truck in GTA Online to have an HSW upgrade, and I cannot think of a better truck than the Carrera 4x4. This vehicle is obviously in the off-roading class, and it is slow. It only has a top speed of 103 miles per hour. This truck is based on a Ford Shelby Raptor, which is actually a pretty quick truck in real life. I love this truck in this game. I think it looks sick. It looks very aggressive, and it looks like it should be pretty quick, so I feel that this truck is very deserving of an HSW upgrade, because we desperately need a truck in GTA Online that has an HSW upgrade available. Next vehicle that I feel needs an HSW upgrade is the Comet D10. This vehicle is in the sports class category for racing, has a top speed of 130 miles per hour, which is not bad for a sports car. However, I feel it just could be a little bit faster. So as far as lap time, it is the 37th fastest sports car around a track. But I just feel that this car needs better handling and acceleration, especially when you factor in that this vehicle is based off a new Corvette C8. And the C8 has been out for a couple years now, but more recently I have started seeing a couple Z06 of the Corvette Z8s out on the street, and Chevrolet recently announced the ZR1 is coming. So I think this vehicle would be an excellent addition to have HSW. Different mods, like making the fender vents wider, kind of like how the Z06 comes in real life. These Corvettes in real life can be extremely fast, especially since they are now mid-engine and they are overall just better balanced for racing. Next vehicle that I think would be absolutely hilarious to have an HSW upgrade on is the Pren GZ. So this vehicle is based on a 2003 Toyota Camry in real life. And I think it would be absolutely hilarious if Rockstar added in an HSW upgrade to this car and made it so this thing is faster than some of the supercars in this game. Like, how funny would it be to be cruising in your Dubach Wagner or whatever supercar you have, and then some dude pulls up next to you at a stoplight in his Toyota Camry, and then the light turns green, you hit the gas, and bro absolutely smokes you in his Toyota Camry in a race. I think that would be super, super funny. Rockstar, if you're watching this, please, please give the Pren GZ an HSW upgrade. And not only does it need an upgrade, it needs a suspension option. So look at the wheel gap, it's hideous. As you can see, this thing's ready to go like off-roading. For whatever reason, there is no suspension options when you are modifying this vehicle, so you cannot lower it at all. We really need some suspension options, or at the very least, just one HSW suspension option to where it lowers the car down to where the tread of the tire is tucked underneath the fender. So it eliminates the wheel gap, makes it nice and low to where the handling is going to be overall much better. Alright, and lastly, the final car on this list that needs an HSW upgrade is the Eleg Retro Custom. So this vehicle is in the sports class category for racing and is the 32nd fastest sports car around a track. It has a very low top speed of only 115 miles per hour, which is not okay for a Nissan Skyline R32/R33. So this is a Benny's conversion vehicle. So you do have to take the Annis Eleg RH8, I believe it is called, into Benny's and pay a $904,000 conversion fee in order to have the Eleg Retro Custom. But then after you convert it, you have this beautiful Nissan Skyline R32/R33. So from the back, it kind of looks like an R33. From the front, the headlights kind of look like an R32. These vehicles in real life can be tuned and made to be very, very fast, so I think an HSW upgrade is very warranted. Alrighty guys, so there you have it. My list of 10 vehicles that I think need an HSW upgrade in GTA Online. Did you agree with this list? Please leave a comment down below what vehicle you think needs an HSW upgrade in GTA Online. So if you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button, subscribe for more stuff like this. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please stay safe, and I will see you on the next video. Peace out.